Hey everybody, welcome to Shitty's Club. Today, guys, decided I'd go ahead and upload one of these. I want to make different segments for this because I want to keep this running like the pizza video. But I am making my homemade fried chicken, and I'm sure everybody wants to see how I do it. So, first thing I do is I got cornmeal. Now, this is some pretty good stuff. Comes from a place called Sunny Foods. It's it is the real stuff. It is good. Anyway, I take this, and the only thing I add is black pepper. Now, I've done this a lot, so I know about how much is what amount. In this, what is about probably about 1 pound ish. I want approximately 1 ounce of black pepper throughout the entire cornmeal. Okay. Now, that's one thing I forgot. Need to be able to stir this up. So, as you can see, you want to be able to kind of mix it up a little bit. The peppers is going to add just enough flavor to where the corn doesn't completely cover it over. But it's not a bad thing at all. Like when you smell it, you want to get that sensation like you're making like gravy. Like, you know how most people just put like pepper with the milk and everything. But because we're using cornmeal, we're going to be making the breading for the chicken. And the breading is most of the chicken and how it's portrayed as far as flavor goes. I get this a lot at my family reunion, like, oh my god, your food is so good. Well, thank you. So that looks like it's good to me. Okay, so now the next thing I will do is, let's see, make a nice little ring to it. And this way I've got a place to pour the milk. Because yes, we do use milk for the for this. Not a whole lot. Next thing you want to do is egg. Okay, 1 and 2. Now, you make sure it gets real stirred up there. Okay, and now we want to add just a tad more milk. Once we get everything started up really well, we want to make sure it's not as thick batter. It needs to be, it's going to start to look really thick, which is what you kind of want. Because you want to get all of that, uh-oh, got some of the flour on me, it's fine. Get some of that flour. Okay, now that it's gotten this, we can pour the rest of the milk. And now it's going to thin out. I can't really hold this because, okay. So the idea is to make a good batter. Now, the egg is going to help hold most of it together. The But what you get is a nice little text. I can't turn this upside like that. Okay, so if it looks like at any point, if it looks like I have too much of this or too little of that, I want to get as much of that flour off the bottom as I can, because the amount of milk I use is approximately 16 ounces into this. And yeah, she could pretty much just throw this in a cake pan, fry it up, and it's just like, oh my god, this tastes so good. And you can just eat it with chicken, but it tastes a lot better when you just dip the chicken. I may have accidentally put a little too much, but it should be fine. Flavor is really all you do it for. You kind of want to put this up so everyone can kind of see what it looks like. This is kind of what your batter looks like. You guys can see. You kind of get that real thick texture. So what happens is when you dip it, it's going to really stick because of the egg. So the egg's really going to be the reason why you can have the chicken like fairly breaded. Like for me, I don't do some like light bread and flour. You want real breading. You want something tasty and thick. Kind of like me, tasty and thick. No, I'm kidding, but let's kind of show you guys what this is going to look like. Let's see. Where is it at? Okay. So, if I can turn this at the right angle for you guys. That's not the right angle. Okay, so, I want to take the chicken. I'm going to give it a nice little small bath in this. It's going to come out looking something like this. So, understand that it's a fairly thick batter, which is what we want for our chicken. The cornmeal gives it that kind of like carbohydrate texture. The pepper adds just enough to cancel out some of the sugar. Kind of gives it a little bit of a spice kick, but not like it's not spicy at all on that whatchamacallit scale that determines heat. It's probably the lowest. Pepper's not that bad, so I'm only going to do a few of these at a time into the fryer, and then most of the time I just eat while I cook, but just kind of let you guys see kind of how I go about preparing my foods. Woo! God, I love having that much batter on it. I wish I could just get some batter on all this chicken. And what we're making is like extremely good, guys. Of course, batter's gonna run off. It's probably the best thing you can do for chicken is get the batter absolutely 100% correct. Most people are just impressed by the way I crack an egg like one time, just go kunch. I'm like, you just do it with experience. Actually, it was, I can put a few more in. Show you guys kind of what a few more look like, and then I'll show you what they look like when they come out as I eat them. So you guys kind of get how good this looks. And I don't do very big pieces. Do smaller ones. Preferably you want the ratio to be about 2 ounces of chicken per tender, but it's fine if you do less. The only reason I say that is because if it's at a good enough thickness, it gives it a lot more breading with the smaller pieces, and probably not enough with the bigger ones. So just finding that balance will give you more than the taste and qualities you want. So you guys will be able to see how good they look when they come out. And note, I am not shortcutting this. These are extremely breaded. You guys know I'm soaking these things because I love my breading. It may not be perfect every time, but it gets close enough. Usually when I'm by myself not trying to make a video, which is my first one for chicken, and this is my lemon pepper. This is just my regular breaded chicken that I take to family reunions like our Thanksgiving coming up, or me just very hungry. Alright guys, that's going to be enough chicken for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you just watch this as soon as I upload it, get ready for the taste. And I'll see you guys next time at Shitty's Club.